When we're developing our own master plans, whether it's for ourselves, for our teams, for our businesses, or our products, we're basically putting together this story that takes you as the leader or your team or your business from the beginning, where we're starting now, to some realization of happily ever after or your future defined vision. So, the key elements of a master plan for me are the main character. I need to understand the different personas of my team and partners so that I'm aware of what are their core needs, what are their idiosyncrasies, what ways do they like to be communicated to. There's a lot of people awareness that I have to have as part of my master plan. So I definitely have that person or group that I call the main character, or it could be me as the main character, right? But still, I need to understand that person or group as if they're a main character in order to be able to motivate and keep them engaged throughout the life cycle of a product. Then I also have to understand the motivation. Not only what's my motivation as a product manager or as the lead of a product team, and distill that down to my team, because my team needs to understand the motivation isn't just get these stories done. The motivation is something bigger than just the tasks that are in front of you. So I have to understand the motivation. I have to understand the motivation of my audience. I have to understand the motivation of my stakeholders. I have to even understand my own motivation. Why am I doing this work? What does this work mean to me? And how is it going to create value in my life? And from that, I can define our vision, our mission, our purpose, and all of that, or co-create that along with my team. And then I have to understand our journey. How are we going to proceed from where we are now to this happily ever after envisioned future of what our product is going to be when it grows up, when it's released, or when it's out there doing its thing? How is that going to impact my customers, my stakeholders, and the market overall? So that's how I define our story, how we started, what decisions we made, what we learned along the way, and then how do we change as a result. And then making sure that there's always something for us to work on that will keep us moving towards that happily ever after. This list of things that will continue to bring value out through the product, whether it be value for my stakeholders or value for my customers. Those are my features or requirements, but they're goals, really. These are the goals that we have along the way to achieving happily ever after. And then finally, I have to define my support as part of the master plan. Who's going to help us get these things done? Because even with all the people on my team and all the stakeholders and everything, I still have to rely on others. And this is where partners will come in. I have to rely on others to help me get the message out, to help me get the data that I need to analyze the problems that are going on, to help me see from different perspectives. I think this is some of the often missed but key stuff in putting out a product that is uncannily on target. For instance, the product that I'm working on right now is something that will ultimately either replace or augment a purely phone-based process for my customers. Those people who man the phones right now are essential support for me to understand, well, how is it working today? And what are the things that you see and hear from our customers? Because you're the frontline person. Even though the product I'm putting out isn't a product they're going to use, but because they are the alternate form of interaction with my client that will use my product, I really need to understand these people's perspective. When I bring those people in, I recruit them as supporters. They can now start to be vocal advocates for my product. That is absolutely valuable for my product. So that's what it means to me to have a master plan, is to have all of those things in place so that as I'm keeping all these plates spinning, and invariably as situations change, as the market changes, as timelines shift, I still have something that allows me to remain centered, secure, and confident, and to express that out to all the different moving parts that I am managing from the middle.